Hi guys, it's Drew here at Card of My Eye, and today I have a from start to finish video using some products from my online store, mainly consisting of the Amy Tangerine Ready Set Go collection. I just thought a fun little start to finish layout would be a fun way to start off this month. So I am starting off with a 12 by 12 collection pack, and all of the tools and supplies I'm using will be linked on my blog. So if you want to head over to my blog, the link will be in the description box below. You'll be able to find all of the products, tools, and supplies I am using on this layout. So I started off with a couple pieces of paper from the Amy Tangerine Ready, Set, Go collection. And the background was that sheet that had the sort of pre-made embellishments on it, if you know what I mean. And now I'm using this sort of wood grain chevron pattern to cut out my very own chevron pieces to create my own chevron pattern on the paper, on the layout. And you'll see what I mean by that. They'll come into play a little bit later in the actual video itself, but just using my Prima Comfort Craft knife to simply cut away the pieces. And now I'm thinking about matting my photo, but I decided I'm going to do that later. And then I find this brown paper bag, which I thought would be fun just as a layer. So I start the base of my layering with the brown paper bag, and then I use another sheet from the Amy Tangerine Ready, Set, Go range, which was the one that has all the journaling spots and such, but it had a really nice piece of pattern paper that was just big enough to use as a layer, so I decided to use it. And then I decided to add a little bit more of the paper bag for even more of a layered effect. And I find this paper that has the days of the week on it, which I really loved. And so I decided to cut out a piece of that paper for the layer as well, just to add a little bit more color and embellishment in there. And I know this photo's kind of crazy. It was just one I took on Instagram, and I kind of liked it. It was a fun, I liked the colors of it. So I decided I would use it and make a layout with it. So I'm going to add a little bit of washi tape. Again, all the washi tape is also in my online store, so if you want to go ahead and check it all out as well, you can. I have over 96 patterns over on the online store, which is pretty awesome. So just layering all of my papers together, and then I think I'm going to go ahead and mat my photo on a 4¼ by 6¼ piece of craft cardstock, and this is craft cardstocks by Basil. And as you see, I matted it on there, and I'm just adhering it down. It's just a fun base for your page that I just created there. And then I love this set of remark stickers for the Amy Tangerine Ready, Set, Go collection. I just totally love all of the pieces, and I decided to use this really fun chevron border piece as just another layer for the page. And there's really not one sticker I would use on this whole thing that I would not use. Like, I love every single sticker. And as you can see, that's the background paper I was talking about. In the top left corner, it sort of has stitching lines and some pre-made embellishments on there. And this is what I meant by creating my own chevron pattern. I just wanted to space it out a little bit and let the white break it up a bit because I like that look. So I decided to go in and adhere them down. And I don't adhere them very straight, I realize in the end, but it doesn't really matter. So I'm just adhering all of those down with my hot glue gun. As you see, they are not really straight at all, but I go in and kind of cover it up, but you could still get the gist that it is a chevron pattern, but I sort of cover it up a little bit. And I really don't mind how it's sort of skewed. I kind of like that look. And I take my sticker and I'm just adding it to a piece of that paper bag just so I can position it wherever I want to and sort of play around before I actually adhere it down, because it does have an adhesive backing on it already. But if you do know where you want your sticker, then you could totally just go ahead and stick them down. And I decided to go in with this little potty person, the male potty person, and just stick it in there. As you can see, now you can't really tell it's skewed. And I'm also going to use these really fun Studio Calico wood veneers, which are brand new to the shop. Totally love those. There's a ton of new wood veneers that Studio Calico actually released that we got in recently, which I just totally love the circles and how they just add sort of a flowing movement due to all of the other square embellishments we've added. And these are the detailed layered stickers from the Amy Tangerine Ready, Set, Go collection. That little camera I added in the bottom right corner you can see there. It's just a layered canvas sticker. So this is basically the starting of my layout. Then I go in with some of the Amy Tangerine thickers, not the one that actually comes with the collection kit, because you do get a pack of thickers with your collection kit. I decided to use a different one with the orange tone. And I could not find my ruler anywhere, and I could not find a pencil anywhere. I do not know why, but I was not going to go scavenge for a pencil or a ruler. So I decided just to use this little scrap piece of paper and somewhat try to align them over the top of them. It doesn't work out super well, but it works out good enough to where it looks okay in the end. And I'm just writing the word autumn with these orange stickers. And these are like the orange Amy Tangerine stickers that I'm using here are actually like a corrugated cardboard with an orange coating on them. They're actually pretty neat. I really like them. So I'm just adding them on there just as you see. And I kind of like the way they're sort of skewed in a bit. They're not super skewed, but they are just a tiny little bit. And right now, I think I just took a piece of washi tape and stuck it down to the brown paper bag because I'm actually going to create my own piece of sort of craft washi tape, as you can see there. On the back side, there's washi tape. I just ripped the craft paper around the edge of the washi tape, and then I'm using this October Afternoon 9 to 5 houndstooth stamp to give that a little bit of texture. So it looks like a tone-on-tone craft piece of like washi tape or whatever. And I'm just writing the word memories on this. It says Autumn Memories. And I'm just adhering that down. So I really like the way that looks. How it sort of overlaps and such. And then I go in with this sticker that says Delightful. And I just add that in there over on the left side. Sort of like a little banner shape with a pointer arrow. So it kind of, the title is Delightful Autumn Memories. Because this photo was taken during autumn. Just recently, actually. Probably about a week and a half ago. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, make sure to follow me. I'm at Drew M. Scott. I'll put all the information in the down bar below. I'd love for you to follow me because I just started Instagramming. So if you want to follow along, I will make sure to put it below. And just adding a couple more of the Delight stickers in there from the Amy Tangerine Ready, Set, Go collection. And I'm using the actual stamp. We got these in as well. These are the roller date stamps. And I was so stupid. I set it to the correct date, and I actually stamped it upside down, which you will see. And I don't even know why I did that. I was just not even looking at it, and I just sort of did it really quickly. I'm using the Memento Tuxedo Black, and then I go in and stamp it upside down. Yeah, it's upside down. So I have to fix that little error, and so I just take a little piece of the Amy Tangerine paper that was on the opposite side of that wood grain paper, and I just add it on top. It wasn't really exactly what I wanted to do, but it worked good enough for me. So I just re-stamped the date on that piece of paper, and I just added it on the top. And I guess I kind of like the way that paper looks. It kind of adds a little bit of a ledger texture in there. And then I decided I'm going to go in and do some journaling. And this is not my actual journaling pen. I couldn't find that either. I couldn't find basically everything I wanted to use. So I sort of improvised and just used a regular writing pen, which worked really just as fine. And I just wrote my journaling down there. And I used that piece of paper just as a guideline of where I should start my writing, really. And so I just added the writing down there, and then I added a couple of sequins. Totally love the look of sequins on scrapbook pages lately. I find that's a trending sort of embellishment to add to your pages. So just a couple here and they're sort of the just basic basic colors: gold, blue, green, sort of your primaries, and then gold and silver as well. So just adding a couple of those little sequins in there. And I'm going to staple them down. Staple a couple of them down. Some of them I basically glued down. And then I wanted to add a little bit of paint splatter because I love paint splatter, as a lot of you guys know. So I just added a couple of splatters of the Bonnie Blue Studio Calico Mr. Huey's. And that basically finished off the layout. I just used a roller date stamp again. You'll see in the top left corner there. And I actually stamped the date on there as well because I didn't clean it. And that is the whole layout, you guys. Don't forget to check out my blog for pictures and tools and supplies used.